Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Tatted and Fluffy podcast. This is episode 5, and I am your lovely host, Ebony. Unfortunately, this is going to be a solo mission. Our lovely co host, Kristen, is man down. She's down right now. She's had some issues with her knees. She's on a little medication. We are praying for her speedy recovery. She will be back next week. I'm just dropping something for this week so that we have some content out so we don't skip a week. So, you just got me. For the next few minutes, we're going to chit chat, have a little sip a little tea, have a little conversation, you know, shout out to Alexander Rogers. And that's what we're going to do today. So for the tea for today, um, let's talk Marlene Estelle, Makeup Geek, the CEO and owner of Makeup Geek, the makeup brand, and her name is Tanya, and she go AKA the Fancy Face is her YouTube name. So apparently, Tanya, aka Fancy Face, Marlene Estelle did a video about why I guess her brand was flopping, and she blamed YouTube influencers for um, the floppiness of her brand. And so, in a particular video that she did, she doxed Tanya Fancy Face because Tanya's first and last name was in the video. And her last name is not publicly out. She goes by the Fancy Face or by her first name, Tanya. Her last name is not out for public consumption. That's not widely known information. So, she sent emails, tweets, Instagram DMs saying, hey, could you please just, she didn't ask her to take the video down. She didn't ask her, take me out of your video completely. She said, hey, can you just blur my last name? If you do that with now, these two are not the best of friends. At one point, they had some type of business type of relationship that fell apart, and now they are not on good terms at all. Marlena apparently has Fancy Face blocked on all social media. So when I guess the emails asking her to please blur my name was not being done, even when she went on Twitter and tried to tag her and be like, hey, I need you to please respond to me. I'm trying to, get this information taken out of the video. Fancy Face then decided, okay, well, clearly this is not working. So she then did a privacy complaint. I don't know why I'm doing this. Privacy complaint on that particular video. A privacy complaint for YouTube is when you say maybe my full name or some personal information, protected information of mine is in someone else's video. I can file a privacy complaint and YouTube will go to the creator of that video and say, hey, you have 27 days to edit the video. Here, go into the studio. You can blur that information. They'll give you a timestamp of when you had that person's information. You can cut it out of the video. You can blur it. Whatever you need to do to edit that information out of the video, and then you can put your video back up. At no point, that's not a copyright strike. That's not a strike against you. It's just a, hey, you may or may not know you have this person's personal information. Please take it out of your video. Perfectly reasonable thing to do. Marlene Estelle, in all of her infinite wisdom, decided in retaliation for this young lady saying, well, I tried to contact you in several different ways. You don't want to hear from me because you're angry and your butt hurting in your feelings. So you're ignoring anything and everything that I have to say. Cool. I do the privacy complaint. You copyright strike my video, which means that video is taken down. And copyright strikes are terrible. If you get enough copyright strikes, they will take your channel away from you and you will never be able to do YouTube. So I threw a penny at you and you threw a Scud missile back at me. It doesn't make sense, sis. Then Marlene Estelle Petty, at least now I'm not the biggest fan of Marlene Estelle. She seems to be very petty. Like I never understood. Like there was such outrage about her being called that woman. You are that woman. You're that girl we thought you were, sis. I don't know. You are proving the listen. This is no. Mm-mm. This is not helping us to like you, understand you, see you as a good person. Like a lot of people were drinking the Kool-Aid with you. I was never one of those. I have always been looking at you. You have forever had an eternal side eye from me during all of the debacles that has happened in these last couple of years. I have been giving you the side eye, sis, and now you have proven to me why I was right to do so. Cause you on some old funny bullshit, sis. You just are. You just are. Like, I don't understand. Like, and then you got the nerve to get up on Instagram where you know this girl is blocked and she can't see it to apologize, which you didn't really listen. I'm not even going to talk about that little pitiful apology that you gave that you knew she wasn't going to see. Then you said, oh, well, I'll have my team look into the when everyone started saying, hey, you're dead wrong. Fix this, take that copyright strike off that girl. You know she didn't use any copyrighted information. She used the name of your company, which is trademarked, not copyrighted, bitch. Okay, let me not call this woman a bitch. That's okay, that's too far. Like I feel like, listen, woosah. I don't know none of these people. Woosah, let me not get that upset. You knew good and darn well that nothing in that girl's video was copyrighted material, including using your name in the title. It may have been clickbaity, but she was talking about you and your brand and the issues that she had with your brand and with you. So therefore, the title was appropriate. You just did it because you was salty in your white woman tears and nobody was paying attention to you. So thought you could copyright strike this smaller black YouTuber and wasn't nobody gonna say nothing to you. That's what you thought. But no, man, we see you and you're that girl that I thought you were. That is what that is. You are that chick that we thought you were. I don't understand. It just, and you can't say that you didn't know that their thing wasn't going to take down that girl's video because very clearly in the steps to do a copyright strike, it gives you two options. Do you want to give the creator a notice so they can take their video down and fix whatever it is that you say that it's copyrighted? Or do you want us to immediately remove the video? And you chose, in all of your infinite wisdom, to remove the whole video. You did this on purpose. You thought you were going to get away with it. And now everybody's looking at you. Seriously, girl, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Miss OG YouTuber, been on the platform for 10 plus years. Now all of a sudden you deaf, dumb, and don't know nothing. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do today. I may have been born at night, but it was not last night, sis. I smell the bullshit and I'm not buying it. I'm not. I'm not saying that this should cancel her brand. I'm not saying nobody should buy her makeup. But what I'm saying is, sis, I see you. I've been seeing you. And now everyone else sees you. That's all I'm saying. We see it. We see it. We see you, sis. And it's not cute. Point blank, period, the end. Moving on. So that that thing made me hot. How dare, sis, you like, I can understand. I understand Petty going back and forth. I get that. I get that all day long. I understand it wholeheartedly. But for you to do something so detrimental to, you know how copyright strikes are put on people's channels and how it is detrimental to their YouTube channel health. And you did it anyway. thinking that you were going to get away with that foolishness, knowing good and well that it wasn't a copyright strikeable and whatever. Sis, don't do that. Do not do that. And you ignored this girl for months when she tried to get your attention to say, hey, can you please take my personal information out your video? And you ignored that until she actually was like, okay, listen, I don't have no further recourse. I have to do this. YouTube, can you please ask her to just blur my name out? That's it. 30 seconds of editing is all you needed to do. That's it, and that's all. And then nobody would have said nothing to you. If you had never, you would have continued to have your pristine, oh, Marlena, people blinders on, people that have for you that don't see who you are as a person, and they just go with whatever. You could have kept that pristine, clear image that you had. But oh no, not you. You decided in your infinite wisdom to be a jackass and do some jackassery. And now we're looking at you. Because when you do clownery, the clown sometimes come back to bite. You know what? This is not what we're doing. Not on today. Not on today. Now, this is just going to be me going off about hot topic. That's what I've just decided. That was the makeup portion of this Tatted and Fluffy podcast. This is going to be I'm just going to call this Man Down Ebbie Rants. Because that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now. I have some built up anger and frustration. So allow me to share with you and get it off my chest so I don't have a heart attack at the ripe age of 43. Let's do that, shall we? Second topic, Monique, sisterin, beloved, my love, come closer. Come closer, darling. Let me holler at you for a second. We all are very much aware of Harvey Weinstein and his big bag of bullshit and all the bullshittery that he has perpetrated on the women of Hollywood. Everyone, we're very clear about that. He is not the only one who has perpetrated bullshittery. We're going to get, Mr. Weinstein's day is coming. In no way, shape, form, or fashion does that make it okay for you to attack Oprah Winfrey? Let me rephrase, because you may not have felt it was an attack. For you, in this open letter that you wrote to Oprah, sis, we see you. This has less to do with what you think Oprah is doing. First of all, she's no longer even attached to the docuseries about Russell Simmons and his big bag of bullshit. She saw some things that she didn't agree with, and then she was like, okay, wait a minute. Now, if we're going to tell a story, let's tell a story. Let's tell the story right. But something about all of this stuff is not adding up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to take my name off of this because something about what y'all are doing ain't right. One, that doesn't mean that there's not something brewing. They are documenting the fuck out of what's going on with Harvey Weinstein. I don't know what all of you people are. He's in court literally right now. Two, I need all of us, to, just because one man is in the spotlight this time, which at this point was Russell Simmons, about some bullshittery he does, this is not the time to say, well, what about so-and-so? We'll get to so-and-so in a minute. We got him. Don't worry. We got our eyes on him too. We can focus on more than one thing at one time. Just because we are holding Russell Simmons' feet to the fire, the bullshittery that he has done, does not mean that we're not going to do the same thing for Harvey Weinstein. Wait on it. It's coming. Trust me. When all is said and done, and when it all shakes out with Mr. Weinstein, trust me, there's going to be docuseries, interviews, there's going to be books, movies, all of that about his big bag of bullshit and the shit that he has perpetrated on all of these women in Hollywood. Trust and believe. Wait on it. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. But at no point is it okay for you to say, well, he did it too. The fuck is that got to do with what we're talking about right now? Help me understand. If you we holding everybody accountable for their bullshittery at this point. And there's a line. R. Kelly, my nigga, you in jail. Russell Simmons, I don't know, you might be in jail next, bruh, with all the bullshittery that you have done. Harvey Weinstein, now that nigga might not go to jail, but he sure gonna have to pay out a whole lot of money. He might end up in jail. I don't know. I hope so, because if anybody deserves to go to jail, it's that one. But I just need you to understand that just because two black men who are clearly culpable of the bullshittery that they have done are being held accountable, just because you like their music and like that they were important businessmen in our community, does not mean that they don't get held accountable for their bullshit. And it does not mean that we're not going to hold accountable this white man for his bullshit. That's just not how it works. Okay, sis, I need you to worry about this little Showtime comedy special that you got. I hope this shit is funny. Listen, I'm going to have to figure out how to bootleg it so I can watch it and possibly do a review. I hope it's funny, girl. You seem to have your mind on the wrong things. You, my darling, need to work on getting your... I swear my neighbors are... Jesus Christ, what the fuck are they doing? I need you, my darling, to be concerned about you and your career and the decisions that you're making in your career. That's what I need you to be concerned with. Beloved baby. That's what I need you to be working on. I need you to be concerned about. I need you to work on your career and your career decisions and not self-sabotaging yourself. And then once you self-sabotage, then to go in and have issues blaming other people for the bullshit that you did. I need you to take you so self-reflective and come here, my loves, and I want to love on you, and you're my sister, you're my brother. Do your work, sis. Do your work. Where's Ayanla? Mother Ayanla, can you please go talk to Monique? She needs her life fixed. She ain't did her work. Now I understand that you have a legitimate gripe with Oprah Winfrey about that bullshit that she did with your family. And rightfully so, but everything is not about Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is not the be all and end all of your life. And stop making her so. What you do is you build your own fire. Make yourself so hot that they ain't got no recourse but to recognize the greatness that lies within you, the light that shines within you, that they're going to have to come to see you in order to beg you to work for them in their next project. That's what you be concerned about. Point blank, period, the end. I don't know how else to tell you that. I'm not going to speak on your relationship with your husband because that's between you and your man and the Lord. That ain't got shit to do with me, and the Lord ain't going to ask me nothing about what the deed's done in your body when it's time for me to be judged. So I'm going to leave you in your spousal situation. I don't think he should be your manager, though. And I don't really think it ever works out when family members are managers. That business and family doesn't always mix so well. So I would urge you to get a neutral third party shark person to navigate the waters for you in regards to the remaining of your career, as it were. Yeah, that's all I got for Monique. Miss Gail King. Now let's get to you, Gail. Gail, girl, honey, sister, and girlfriend, baby girl. And then we're gonna loop this back around over when I get done with Gail. I need you to understand that you were wrong. You were wrong in every sense of the word. You never should have asked that question. You're chasing after another R. Kelly event like you had with that interview with R. Kelly. And you know, what do you want from me? I did it. And you was like, Robert, you're just full of shit. You're looking for another moment like that to make you all of your interviews are popping to become the it girl to interview. people because bullshit jumps off and then you like, for real though, that's what we doing. We were in your corner with the R. Kelly shit. This shit with Lisa Leslie and this ratchet ass question that you asked her, and this man's body is not even cold in the ground yet. Sis, you were wrong. You was wrong as two left shoes. Now, at no point do I condone people sending death threats for you asking a stupid question. A stupid question. But sis, you were wrong. Point blank period, wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. That's it, and that's all. You need to go and make a sincere apology to his family. Fuck the public, to his family. As long as they good with you, then that's just gonna be what it is. But sis, in your effort to chase the pop or the fame of it all, or the you've been riding your sister friend Oprah's shadow for the entirety of your career, and now Oprah has taken a back seat, and now you think you can push forward in your career and be as big as her in the interview world, where you are having all these interviews with these big stars and these big situations, and shit pop off in the interview and you keep a cool head. And sis, just be you. Let it happen organically. Don't ask crazy provocative questions to elicit a response and then you out here looking stupid. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Now to the general public about this whole situation with Gail and this fuck ass question that she asked. First of all, yes, she was wrong. No, she does not deserve death threats. No, and stop attaching Oprah to this. Oprah has nothing to do with this. Oprah wasn't there. Oprah didn't ask that question. Oprah didn't tell her to ask that question. So leave Oprah the fuck alone. She ain't got shit to do with this. Point blank period, the end. Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill. That was the most ridiculous juvenile display of two exes that I believe I have ever seen. Almost as bad as Javante, whoever that boxer was that snatched up his baby mama at the thing, and everybody his ass is in jail, and rightfully so. We might get to him on the end of this. This is going to be a short episode. It's going to be about 30 minutes. We got 8 minutes left, but we got maybe a couple more topics for me to rant about. Nicki Minaj and Nicki, listen, sister and girlfriend, ma'am. First of all, let me say I am coming at this as a place of somebody's mama. I am an older lady. I'm not that much older than you. Think of me as a big sister or your auntie. I am not a huge hip hop person, so I am not as familiar with your music. So I'm not a fan. I'm not a stan. I'm not any of those things. I am coming at this only from what I've seen of your persona that you have put forth for the world to see. And I've seen things. I've heard that Queen radio show that you do. I've heard bits and pieces of that. I've seen your tweets and things of that nature. And I've seen the altercations that you keep getting into with these different entities. Here's what I want to say to you, Miss Minaj. If you are always falling out with people, there is a common denominator in all of the situations that you have with all of these different people. The common denominator, beloved, is you. It is you, the way you respond to things, the way you respond to people, how you treat people. I know that you have been the queen of hip hop for the last 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years now. 10 years, I guess, or so. I'm not sure of the time frame. Like I said, I'm not a huge hip hop person, so I don't know when you came into huge prominence, how long it's been. So listen, if I'm getting the time incorrect, I do apologize. I just don't. I honestly, I don't know how long it's been. Um, I have seen you react irrationally to almost everything. Like every time I see you reacting to something that has happened, I'm always left perplexed and puzzled. Like, do you need medication? Like, are you on somebody's couch? Are you talking to someone? I don't know anything about your home life or your growing up or how you were raised or anything of that nature. But your responses to situations are very extreme and unnecessary, I dare say. Darling, I know you got a gajillion dollars that you are just sitting on top of. My girl, count your money, mind your business, and fuck the rest. That's all. I don't know what else baby, I don't know what else to tell you. Like when you're now I was present for when your last album came out and it didn't do very well. Um I didn't listen to it, so I can't even tell you if the music was good or not. I apologize. Like I said, I'm not a big hip hop person, so I'm not really going to listen to an album from end to end of someone, that I'm not, it's just that's just not my cup of tea. And I'm not negating your talent because clearly you're talented. You've been doing this for the last 10, 12 years. And you've been the top broad for the last 10, 12 years. But the way you responded to the situation of your album not performing the way that you thought it should have, it was distasteful. Like, sis, you're still winning. Like, I don't understand. You still have billions of fans who love you and adore you. I don't know what they're doing. Why didn't they buy the album though? But you have billions of fans who love and adore you. You have you just got married to some man. I don't know your husband, so I can't even speak to your husband. You just got married. You're all in love and all that good happy shit. Uh, I don't understand why you still have this almost bitter baby mama mindset to anything that happens. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why that is happening. At this point, I think you not that far, maybe 5 or 6 years younger than me. I don't understand. Like, baby, your bulb should have came on by now. At this point, the level of fucking in your system should be astronomical. You should be Omarion levels of unbothered by any of the bullshit that's happening. If the new young baby, sugar, Cardi B. I told you I'm old. Listen, if the new young baby is coming up and she's starting to make waves and stuff, why you as the elder statesman is not welcoming her into the club of powerful bad bitches? I don't understand. No, you don't ever have to dim anyone else's bulb for you to shine. You've been shining for 12 years. Your bulb is not finna go out anytime soon. Click up with the new bad bitch. Y'all bad bitch together. Power Rangers. By your powers combined, you are super bad bitch. I don't understand, sis. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Especially when you saw, maybe, listen, now I do have some history that there was an issue when you came without you paying homage to Kim, Lil Kim. Now, that is my generation. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips at it, handle it like a real. Trust me, I was young and a little thigh back then, and I remember that. And apparently, from what I've heard, you did not seem to want to get along with her either to acknowledge her opening the door for you. Because if there was no little Kim, there would be no you. And so now without you, there would be no Cardi B. And I haven't heard that Cardi B wouldn't give you your due. I've heard that you just wanted to step on her neck and not let her be great. What kind of queen? What kind of queen behavior is that, beloved? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then for you to get up on, first of all, for you to get up on Twitter and throw everybody and everything under the bus. Oh, my sister is Mando again. That's what working at the airport to get you. For you like this, and you listen. This whole debacle between you and your ex-boyfriend Meek Mill, both of y'all, level of ain't shitness went up by 35%. Is all I'm gonna say. I listen. I need y'all to get together and be more mature. Let that go. Just let it go. Be great with your husband. Be Beyonce, unbothered by any of the bullshit. Enjoy all of your money and your dick and getting on planes. Now, I did see that video where you had the hair down to your ankles. Talk about this is how you get on a plane to Prague, I think it was, and you swung your hair. Bitch, be that unbothered about any of this bullshit. This is a nigga you used to fuck. You not fucking him anymore. Why do you give a damn about anything that he has got to say? Help me understand. I am unbothered by anything that any nigga that I used to fuck has got to say. Nigga, I stopped fucking you for a reason. Like, there's a reason I'm not fucking with you anymore. And done. It's like he died. I don't understand. It's like he died. I don't know. I don't know, sis. Just learn. You got to learn. You got to learn not to speak to it. Everything doesn't need to be spoken to. You got to learn. You don't have to speak to every single thing. It's just unnecessary. It's absolutely unnecessary. Now, lastly, not leastly, but lastly, this boxer, oh God. First of all, I saw the video where he grabbed up the woman by the neck and nobody did anything. I understand that this man is a boxer and he knocks people out professionally for a living, so I understand why nobody was quick to risk their mandibles and their brain cells to jump in. But, sir, what are you doing? Are you high? Or do you think you're just that invincible? Clearly, nobody's going to say anything to you because you choke slammed this girl out the room and nobody did anything and nobody said anything to you. Help me understand, boo. Like, and gentlemen, he's one man. He can't beat up all of y'all at one time. And he sure can't beat a bullet. And wasn't nobody carrying? I mean, like, bruh, you might want to, I don't understand what's happening, but you might. Now, my mom always told me not to get in domestic situations, but still, not out in public, not in front of it. Bruh. Somebody should have whooped your ass right there. I don't know who was the man to do it, but you don't go around snatching up people by their throat. You just don't. I don't understand, sir. I don't get it. I would have risked myself. I wouldn't have allowed him, the way he walked up on her all super aggressively and then grabbed her by her throat. I'm the type of person that would risk myself. I'm not going to allow you to do this to my sister. I don't even know this broad, but that's my sister. And what you not finna do, you not finna choke her, not in front of me, you not. I don't care if I look like Martin the next day when he got in the ring with Tommy Hearns and he came and his whole head was lumped up. Listen, we just going to have to lump it up. My mama said, you don't talk to no man. You don't roll up on no man. You don't approach no man in no aggressive manner unless you're willing to take the ass whooping that's getting ready to come your way. I would have just had to take the ass whooping. Because you're not going to assault this one in front of me. That's not what's going to happen. It's just not. Fellas, learn to keep your hands to yourself. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what she did. Regardless, I don't care. Don't put your hands on her. That is the lesson for today. Men, please keep your hands to yourself. Women, don't allow men to put their hands on you. Bust that nigga in the head with a bottle if you have to. I don't know. Just listen. As a woman who was in an abusive relationship, let me be very clear. This is a trigger for me, and this makes me very angry. So that's, y'all know where I'm coming from. So I'm going to woo-saw it out before I get really angry and say something real crazy. So that is all that I have for this edition of Tatted and Fluffy. This is the man down episode. If we ever, my bestest and loveliest of co-host Kristen will be back to temper my foolishness, and we'll be back to makeup talk next week. Like, I feel like I just ran it for 35 minutes and now I'm out of breath. That's all I got for this evening. I love every single one of y'all. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please rate us 5 stars. That gets us more visible and more people to see our podcast. Yeah, that's all I got. We will be back on our regular schedule on Thursday next week with another episode of Tatted and Fluffy. I am your lovely single host, Ebony, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.